Welcome to Startup Hacks. So I'm here to tell you today, AI is hitting its limits and OpenAI knows it, and they're doing a mad money grab right now. Today we're diving into a world of AI secrets, hidden agendas, and a mad dash for cash. So forget those robots doing your dishes. The AI dream is turning into a nightmare. AI is hitting its limits, and those spending billions want to make you believe that AI is more than they want to admit that it's going to be. So let's dive into this today. Welcome to Startup Hack. I'm Spencer Thomason. Here at Startup Hack, we train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps and build custom software solutions for companies. With a decade of executive leadership as a fractional CTO and 25 years in software development, I've mastered transforming tech teams and products. All right, so let's start by unpacking the world of AI. Everyone keeps promising AGI, or artificial general intelligence, which is really what we all think of when we think of AI. Now, in layman's term, this would be the ability to think like humans, to reason, and to create. But here's my take. I don't believe we will ever truly get to what real AGI is. And I'm going to break down today why I feel that way. Now, the costs are exploding, the progress is just tanking, and the accuracy, well, let's just say AI stands for always inaccurate. So today we're exposing the truth about AI hitting its limits and OpenAI's desperate attempt to grab cash before the whole thing blows up and everybody looks at the wizard behind the curtains. So AGI is artificial general intelligence, and it's the holy grail of AI. Machines that think like us, solve problems like us, and maybe even write funnier jokes than me. Well, let's see if that's possible. But here's the kicker. After 25 years in the software world, I can smell BS a mile away. We've been hearing that machines are going to take over our jobs for as long as I've been writing code, and I've been writing code for a long time. Now, the AGI hype, it's a whole ton of malarkey. The costs are astronomical. The progress is slower than a snail in a tar pit, and the accuracy, well, let's just say AI has got a knack for being confidently wrong. And that's one of the biggest problems with AI is how confidently wrong it is. It's like asking for directions and being told to walk off a plank. Now, I'm not saying that AI is completely useless, but we need to have a reality check and talk about what AI really is going to be useful for. And speaking of reality checks, OpenAI's sudden shift to a for-profit model, this is a huge red flag, and it's a red flag bigger than a bullfighter's cape. It's like they're trying to bail out before the whole AGI ship sinks. Now, if your company's got systems that are more tangled than headphone wires in your pocket, we can help. Here at Startup Hack, we're expert at connecting systems and making sure your tech works smoother than a jazz saxophone solo. So no AI smoke and mirrors required. Check out startuphack.com/Spencer and we can help you get grooving, right? All right, so let's break down some of the reasons why AI is hitting the wall and why OpenAI's cash grab should have you raising your eyebrows. So the first one is the confidence conundrum. AI's got the confidence of a used car salesman even when it's dead wrong. It's like a politician promising you a free lunch and delivering a tax hike. It's almost as if AI has been programmed to never admit when it doesn't know something. This overconfidence can lead to some serious misleading results, especially when AI is used in areas where accuracy is critical, like medical diagnosis or financial predictions. We need AI that's a little more humble and a little more willing to admit its limitations. After all, what you don't know is a sign of true intelligence. Now, I was reading this article here that really did a great job of highlighting this. Let me get this article pulled up here, and I'll share this article. But he talks about something as nothing, right? And as developers, what he's talking about is that we're really familiar with when we don't get something to return a null, right? Or to return a non-value, or to say, hey, I don't know how to do this, right? If I'm building a SaaS platform and I just randomly spit out some data that wasn't accurate, we would totally never ship that code. I would never allow that code to hit production. And yet somehow AI is wrong all the time, but it returns these confidently wrong answers. And that's why AI is so dangerous right now, is because everybody's trusting it when a great AI is scoring in the high 70s. Where did 5 nines or 6 nines go, right? In engineering, we talk about 5 nines for systems that have to be near perfect, right? And so it's crazy to me that on this AI hype that we are allowing systems to ship when you think good is in the high 70s. And that's just crazy to me. Now, With developers, this has caused a huge trust deficit, right? Because less than 3% of software developers trust AI. That's like saying that 97% of the chefs wouldn't trust a robot to flip their pancakes. Something seriously is off. Think about it. If the people who build and understand technology don't trust AI, why should anyone else? This lack of trust stems from AI's tendency to make mistakes, produce unpredictable results, and operate in a black box, where its decision-making process is hidden from view. So to earn our trust, AI needs to become more transparent and reliable. It needs to show us it can consistently deliver accurate results and explain how it arrived at those conclusions. Now, where did I get this 3%? I promise I didn't just magically make it up. This is from a Stack Overflow interview that is looking at these results. Let me switch over here. So the gap between AI use and trust in its output continues to widen. Our 2024 developer survey, that's the word I was looking for, survey, shows that 76% of all respondents use or plan to use AI tools, but only 43% of those even remotely trust these tools. Now, I want to dive into this a little bit because how many people trust it? Only 2.7% highly trust AI results. That's crazy. This somewhat trust, this 40%, means that we're using it for specific things, but we don't actually trust it, right? So if we want some boilerplate code written, or we're using some specific test cases that are produced by AI, that's the 40% that we're seeing on trust, but we're not trusting it to write critical components. That gets into the neither trust nor distrust, right? So this is the people who haven't really used it a ton. And then you've got the people who have actually used it, who are in these two categories, or they're highly trusting it for just a few things like boilerplate code. But this is what's really telling about this is highly trust, right? I guarantee you, if you went, now again, this is developers who were surveyed, right? I guarantee if you went to CEOs, you'd probably see a whole lot different range of this, and that's what's scary. The technical people who know and understand AI don't trust it. So that should tell us something, folks, right? It should tell us that this confidence is really misplaced. So there's an AGI fantasy here. AGI is like a unicorn riding a roller coaster. It sounds awesome, but it's pure fantasy. Don't hold your breath waiting for AGI to show up. The idea of machines that can truly think and reason like humans is captivating, but it's also incredibly far-fetched. Despite years of research and development, we're still nowhere near creating AI that possesses human-level intelligence. AGI remains a distant dream, and it's time we stop hyping it up as if it's just around the corner. Instead, let's focus on developing AI that can solve real-world problems, be used in real product use cases, and use it just for what it's good for, even if it doesn't have the consciousness of a human being. I like to use the example of Tesla Autopilot. I'm a huge Tesla fanboy, so this is not me knocking on Tesla, but we got to look at the realities of it. Musk told us that we were going to have full self-driving, or FSD, by the end of 2020. We're now broaching into 2025, and we still don't have it. I still don't have version 13 on my Tesla, by the way. Shout out to Tesla, give me version 13. But when you really actually look and break down at how FSD works, it's actually, well, and I think it's actually the closest thing we have to real AI or real AGI. It's actually using large data. And I'll break that down onto another one because I still got a lot of stuff to cover here. But this is a great example where you got to the 90% of AI really quickly. They got FSD to 90% good really quickly, but that last 10% has taken over 5 years and it still isn't there. FSD 13 still is not perfect. It still requires humans. And I think we maybe another 5 years before we even see it be able to fully replace humans driving. And even then, I still wonder, like, will we ever be able to get it to really replace it? Now, there's a huge cost catastrophe, right? Trying to get AI to do something useful is costing more than a trip to the moon. And I mean like way more. It's like buying a solid gold toothbrush. Sure, it's fancy, but is it worth it? Developing and training AI models requires a massive amount of data. Right now, there's people speculating that it's more data than we actually have. With powerful computing resources, Mark Zuckerberg said that it's taking them almost $500 million to train the latest llama, and highly skilled engineers. And that was with, Meta's got one of the largest teams of AI engineers. So all this comes with a hefty price tag, making AI development a costly endeavor that's often out of reach for smaller companies and individuals. We need to find a way to make AI more affordable and accessible if we want to truly benefit society as a whole. And I think that's by using smaller LLMs and plugging them in specific use cases. Otherwise, it's going to remain a luxury technology enjoyed only by the wealthy and powerful. Now, speaking of catastrophes, let's talk about OpenAI's sudden pivot to profit. It's like they're trying to sell a time machine that's already broken. There's a hype train being derailed here. The AI hype train is about to go off the rails. And it's like that moment when you realize you've been watching a magic show and it's all just smoke and mirrors. For years, we've been bombarded with promises of AI hitting AGI and the AI revolution, everything from healthcare to transportation. But the reality is AI is still struggling to solve many basic problems. The hype surrounding AI has far outpaced its actual capabilities, and it's time for a dose of reality. We need to be more realistic about what AI can do and cannot do and avoid getting swept up in the hype. Now, OpenAI knows this, and their switch to a for-profit is like trying to snatch your wallet before you realize that they're selling you air or vaporware. OpenAI's recent shift from a nonprofit to a for-profit company has raised a lot of eyebrows. It seems like they're trying to cash in on all the AI craze before the bubble bursts. This move has led many to question OpenAI's motive and whether they're more interested in making money than advancing AI research for the benefit of humanity, which is what their original basis was. Now, I want to show you this other article, and this isn't terribly recent news, but I'm stitching all this together on purpose because I think there's things to be seen here. So when OpenAI, and again, this was a couple weeks ago, but OpenAI gets a new $1.5 billion investment from SoftBank, and part of this allows employees to sell shares in a tender offer. OpenAI is allowing employees to sell $1.5 billion worth of shares in the new tender offer to SoftBank. So this isn't just Sam Altman getting fat. It's everybody in their on their platform going to get fat here, right? This is one of the biggest mistakes that Bill Gates said when early on in Microsoft was that he made too many millionaires too quickly. And I don't think Sam Altman's learned this because he's already making a lot of his people, including the investors, fat. SoftBank's latest investment added to OpenAI's recent $6.6 billion funding round at at $157 billion valuation. Now, part of this, the deal was spurred by SoftBank billionaire and founder, I can't say his name, who was persistent in asking for a larger stake in the company, a person familiar with the matter said. So again, he wants a money grab into the company. The employees, including Sam Altman, want to be able to get rich off of this. Now, I'm not against capitalism, and I'm certainly not against these employees getting compensated for their work. I get that they've worked really hard, but at the same time, I just think on the larger scale, this is going to be bad. This is going to make OpenAI, which was originally built to research AI for the benefit of humanity, now it's completely driven towards profit. Now, again, I am not against companies going profit, but this is a big shift, and it's a huge sign that AI is slowing down because that's why they're doing the money grab. They know that the innovation has slowed down. Now, there's an accuracy abyss here. AI's accuracy is about as reliable as a weather forecast in a hurricane. It's like trying to hit a piñata blindfolded. You might get lucky, but you probably just end up hitting yourself in the face. So while AI can be incredibly accurate in some tasks, like writing text, it can also be wildly inaccurate in others. I tried to have it help me solve a problem where I needed X number of groups with Y number of people and put in all this, and it would spit out an answer, and then I would go look at it, and it was all wrong. And so this inconsistency makes it difficult to rely on AI for critical applications. We need to develop AI that's more consistently accurate and reliable if we truly want to integrate it into our lives. And it needs to be able to find a way to say, I don't know this, and give it back. But instead, LLMs are trained to always give an answer, even if it's wrong. That's horrible. And this is because there's profit motive. The folks shouting the loudest about AGI, they're usually the ones who have the most to gain from it. If somebody's telling you AI is around the corner, they're selling something. It's like a snake oil salesman promising you eternal youth. Don't fall for it. It's important to be wary of those who are overly enthusiastic about AGI, as they often have vested interest in promoting the technology. One of the largest ones is NVIDIA's CEO, right? NVIDIA's CEO is telling us that AGI is around the corner. Why would he say that? Because he's the primary one producing chips, and they are making trillions of dollars off of people buying their chips. So of course he's going to try to promise that AGI is there because he wants to continue to fund that arms race. So many of these individuals will stand to profit handsomely from the development of AGI, the development towards it, right? So their claims should be taken with a grain of salt. We need to be critical of the hype surrounding AGI and focus on the real world challenges and limitations of AI, and use AI as a great tool and plug it into our applications in places that it makes sense, not on something that's going to diagnose something for somebody's life and death. So I'm not saying AI is all bad, but let's be real. It's not going to take over the world anytime soon. Now, speaking of take over the world, if your company's tech feels a bit, well, underwhelming, let us help. Because here at Startup Hack, we can build custom software solutions that are powerful more powerful than a superhero's utility belt. No hype, just results. Head over to startuphack.com/Spencer and let's unleash your tech superpower. All right, now let's talk about the black box mystery. AI models are like a magician's hat. You never know what's going to come out. It's like trying to fix a car engine with a blindfold on. And good luck with that. The inner workings of many AI models are shrouded in mystery. We often don't understand how they arrive at their conclusions, which can make it difficult to trust their outputs. This lack of transparency is a major obstacle to the wider adoption of AI. We need to develop AI models that are more explainable and understandable if we want to truly harness the power. Now, there's a data dependency dilemma. AI is addicted to data. The only way you can train a model is on a massive amount of data, and that data can be more biased than a referee at a rigged boxing match. It's like trying to build a skyscraper on a foundation of jelly. It's just not going to end well. AI models rely heavily on data for training and operations, but if that data is biased or incomplete, the AI outputs will be flawed as well. This can lead to AI systems that perpetuate harmful stereotypes or make unfair decisions. We need to ensure that the data used to train AI is diverse, unbiased, and representative of the real world. Now, AI is also diving into some ethical grounds that's underneath our feet, right? Because we're developing AI so quickly, it raises a host of ethical concerns, from job displacement to privacy violations. Now, we need to be careful, and I'm less concerned about the job displacements, and I know that sounds bad, but I've been working to automate jobs for 25 years. All the software I've built has always been to make people's jobs easier or to automate groups of jobs out. And the thing that I've seen all the time is I've seen this over and over again where companies become more efficient, and it makes it so they can hire more people. So we just need to carefully consider the ethical implications of AI and make sure, particularly around the data that we're modeling against. Otherwise, we risk creating a future where AI is used to control and to give unbiased or give biased information. So let's talk about the human factor here. At the end of the day, AI is just a tool. It's human creativity. Human creativity, critical thinking, and the ability to tell good jokes are what truly makes us humans special, and that's something no machine can ever replicate. While AI can automate tasks and perform calculations with incredible speed, mostly around data gathering and data matching, it still lacks the creativity, empathy, and critical thinking skills that make us humans. It will not innovate for you. These uniquely human qualities are essential for innovation, problem solving, and building a better future. We should embrace AI as a great tool to augment our abilities, but never forget the irreplaceable value of human ingenuity. I tell my developers all the time, AI is not going to replace you, but a developer who knows how to use AI might. So what do you think? Do you think AI is hitting its limits? What do you think about OpenAI's money grab? And hey, if you think I'm wrong, let me know, because I love to have a great debate. So leave a comment down below and make sure you like and subscribe. Here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps and build custom software solutions for companies. So reach out, because we'd love to help. Hit the links down below or check out startuphack.com. And here we got a special offer for you guys.
Want to become a software developer but don't want to spend 4 years in college and rack up massive student loan debts? Think you need technical expertise to get started? Welcome to Startup Hack, a better way to start your software career without student loans and years without income. One-on-one tutoring is included, so you never get stuck and have guidance through the whole process. No technical experience is necessary. Learn at your own pace and in your own space. Startup Hack has worked with local state agencies in your area to make it so that qualifying students can get the program costs covered entirely, and students can start earning while they learn.
Hi, I'm Jacob, and I completed the full stack development course offered by Startup Hack. One thing setting Startup Hack apart from any other coding bootcamp was the quality of one-on-one tutoring available. All of the projects that we did were challenging and thought-provoking, but left me feeling very accomplished and very prepared for my first job that I was offered just days after completing the program.
Hello, I'm Tom, and I completed the full stack development course offered by Startup Hack, and I must say that it was an excellent experience. The tutors is what set this course apart from others. They were knowledgeable, experienced, and always available to help provide me with guidance and support. Do not hesitate to take advantage of this affordable and efficient software development course.
Complete our 3-month coding bootcamp, gain hands-on experience, and land a paid internship. With 2 years of experience, on average, our graduates are making over $80,000 per year. The 3-month program includes technologies from Microsoft, Google, and Facebook. No debt, just a quick path to earning. Check out startuphack.com to code your future and start today.